What is going on, everyone? MikeO back doing another card show recap. So this past Saturday was the Trevose Card Show. Trevose is located just outside of Philadelphia, if you're unaware. It is the replacement show for the old Neshaminy Mall Show. Neshaminy Mall Show ran for a very long time. It was an awesome show. They used to do it 4, 5, 6 times a year, depending year to year. Used to be 3 days. It was great for a mall show. Just a great selection of dealers, a lot of diverse products being offered, a lot of great deals, and it was just an amazing show that I look forward to. Unfortunately, the mall has fallen on hard times. Like most malls across America, the property was recently sold, and in December, they held their final card show at that mall. So they found a replacement for it. It's a hotel in Trevose, Pennsylvania, the Radisson Hotel, and they had their very first show. They'll have another one in September, and I think they have one scheduled for November as well. And I gotta say, it was definitely a good time. Definitely a little bit of a different feeling. Most of the regular dealers were in attendance, which was awesome. Definitely some new dealers as well. It's in a hotel ballroom, so I mean, there's aspects of it. The lighting was actually a little better. The floor was a little more forgiving, but still just didn't have as much of a sprawled out feel. And it's a new show, so they're getting used to it. So attendance was okay. I think most dealers were satisfied. Of course, they went in knowing that it was the first show, so expectations were probably drawn back a little bit. I think the show itself only drew around 160, 170 people. At least paid attendance, because this time they do have a small entry fee that, of course, helps pay for the show itself. There were some door prizes and stuff like that they did that was fun, but a lot of great dealers, and it was a good time. I was able to meet up with my buddy Ed, aka Wesker Griff. Got to see a lot of the dealers, some that I haven't seen, well, for the most part, none of them who I've seen since December. A couple of them, I guess, were at the Philly show. I saw them there as well, but it was good. Picked up some stuff, as you can see in front of you, so we'll go through it now. A small selection right here from value boxes. I've basically filled up an 800 count box from a couple different value box purchases. Obviously, we're not going to go through all that. Just I pulled out a few for the PC to look at. Picked up a Randy Moss Bowman Chrome from 2008. It's the Cooperstown Richie Ashburn, and picked up some of the Topps Chrome football Patriots players that I didn't have in the one box I broke. I think overall, the Topps Chrome product is fairly nice. It kind of depends team to team. Cards like this look decent. There are some, like the Vrabel, definitely doesn't. The helmet's a little too plain, but overall, I think the Topps Chrome product looks nice. The inserts look cool. There's some of the all-time greats and stuff. The veterans look really cool as well. So, but I picked up some of the base relatively cheap. And here's some stuff I picked up for the collection. Nice Jimmy Rollins Own the Game, old school Topps insert from mid-2000s, actually early 2001. Nice Flair Showcase Jimmy Rollins, numbered out of 500. Anytime you can get a cheap relic, why not? Willie Montanez, definitely not a relic I had. I just think these gold label actually still look good. The gold label that they put out a few years ago never were as nice as the old school 1998 gold label, especially with this cheap, thin stock, but still great imagery. This one, Ed snuck into the pile. I mean, it's a funny one. Brandon Cooks, red parallel. Brandon Cooks to 99. If you've been around YouTube for a while, you'll get that reference for sure. Here's a nice Cole Hamels blue refractor. Drake May rookie from Prestige. I definitely 100% absolutely have this insert, but can't help but pick it up once in a while. Old school who to watch, Fleer Tradition, Randy Wolf insert. This is what happens when you make a video late and you're a little bit on the tired side. You just start saying all kinds of crazy stuff, but hopefully you got a chuckle out of that. That's from 2000. It's another Richie Ashburn. It's numbered to 1200 from Upper Deck Classic Portraits. Blue Prism, Jim Tomei from Topps Chrome Platinum. A nice On Fire insert from Topps Fire of Bryce Harper. Triumvirates insert of Trey Turner. We got a Prism rookie of Christopher Sanchez. Christopher Sanchez does not have many rookie cards. He was in Prism a few years ago, as you can see, from 2022 Panini Prism. And then his first Topps cards, they might have even been last year. So these have RC logos. Who knows what the true rookie is, but Chris Sanchez does not have a ton of cards. Is Chase Utley, Bowman Chrome Refractor, Jimmy Rollins Refractor. We got a Topps Chrome Rollins Refractor cameo card for Omar Infante. Nick Maton auto. Honestly, couldn't remember if I had a Nick Maton or not. I don't think he had a ton of autographs. He was probably in some stuff like Topps Chrome. Brady from Topps Chrome. Here's a Steve Carlton. It's a pretty cool one there. That's from 2012 Archives. And just some cheap refractors. Ryan Howard refractor. Just thought that was a nice card. Cy Young winners from Leaf, mid-2000s. At the break, Bryce Harper. I broke some of the Archives. I don't remember getting Harper. Power Packed. Kyle Schwarber insert from Stadium Club. Another nice Rollins. That one's numbered to 75. Steve Carlton. Some Platinum. Ramuta. Greg Jeffries. There you go. Greg Jeffries Select Certified Edition. The red looks great with the fills. There's a Carlos Ruiz. This is from, I think, 2012 Topps Archives. Just a parallel there. Chase Utley, Chrome parallel from Heritage. Ed snuck these two in as well. That guy. Ed was, of course, fun to hang out with. Good guy, nice conversation, but a bit of a troublemaker as well. First of all, I'm convinced he was lined up at 6 a.m. camping out before the show to make sure he was first in. Got first dibs on the value boxes, and he did very well. If you haven't seen his video, check it out. And also, in between grabbing stuff, he would sneak a few cards into my pile, which I didn't double check. So he snuck in the Carson Wentz Colts Select, whatever this thing's called. It's a Prism Concourse parallel with a whole bunch of colors of Carson Wentz, whose career was ended as the Eagles won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. That was the end of things. And then he snuck this one in. Hands down, the second best tight end in Chiefs history. Obviously a great pass catcher. Very exposed in the Super Bowl. Stood there and let guys just run by him. Looked very confused. There's some embarrassing highlights from the Super Bowl. But he was one of the MVPs in the Super Bowl for Eagles fans, I'm sure. But Tony Gonzalez, I mean, if you watch the games, you know, hands down the greatest tight end in Chiefs history. Here's a Hans Kraus autograph from Topps Chrome. He had a cup of coffee with the Phils. He pitched a lot. I don't remember if it was into last year or the year before with Lehigh Valley, but he's since moved on to another organization. Again, I was able to get enough of the stuff out of the value box that the price came down quite a bit. So most of the prices were substantially lower in the end. There's another red Select Certified. There's a nice Rob Gronkowski, numbered to 170. That one is from Top Supreme. Obviously, Gronkowski, a fantastic receiving, a big threat as a tight end in his day, but also a premier blocker. So help you win some games beyond just catching the ball. And then this beautiful Carlos Ruiz gold refractor out of 2016 Topps Chrome, serial numbered out of 50. So beautiful card there. So some nice value box pickups. Then we got some of this stuff here. Was able to, again, put together a nice deal. Picked up the 64 top stand-ups. Johnny Callison. Definitely already have this in the collection, but I thought it looked pretty decent. I'll get this one slabbed up. We'll see how it does. There's some slight issues, but I figured at least a nice eye appeal mid-grade at the very least, so able to pick that up. I like picking up some of the schedules, the pocket schedules. Of course, the modern ones are very cheap. The older ones can be a little more expensive, but I just think they're pretty neat. This is a 1964 year that is infamous in Phillies history. Love the hat logo there. And then also, there's a few different ones that have the announcers. So we got some Hall of Fame announcers by some, Richie Ashburn and Bill Campbell. So I thought that was a really neat pickup for the PC. Then I picked up this one, this little pocket schedule. It is just two-sided. It doesn't fold out, but it is Tasty Cakes. So it's kind of, that's a great pickup for the Phillies collection, but also like the Philadelphia collection. The Connection Tasty Cakes, very famous in the Philadelphia area, and I know it has expanded way out, so pretty cool. Picked up this giant disc, oversized disc. You can see a look at a base card and the disc. It's a 1987 Sports Star disc, collector series from Sportflix. Michael Jack Schmidt. Picked up this Who's Who in Baseball featuring Jim Constanti, 1950 National League MVP, part of the Phil's pennant-winning team. So thought that was pretty neat. Why not pick that up? And then a few of these photos. This is a 1942 Earl Naylor. These are like team issue photos. I just thought the uniform looked great. I love the patch on the sleeve, just to kind of get another angle. It's great looking. And then you can always look up and learn more about the players. And then I picked this one up. I just immediately thought of my buddy Big Scott 35, catcher card, Ben Warren. That's a 1939 to 42. And I love this old school Philadelphia National League Baseball Club logo. Always thought that was cool too. So some of the neat vintage pickups that aren't all necessarily cards. Thought those were cool. And then you can see you got my buddies in the back there. The Fanatic. Picked up a few of those figures. Those are from the late 80s, 1987. I told Ed I used to have a bunch of these. And I grew up with a bunch of siblings, so we had quite a few of these. And I remember I brought a group of them to school one day, and I was keeping them in my lunchbox. And I remember just walking up and dumping the trash out of my lunchbox in. And then on the school bus ride home, I was looking for them and realized, I had left the Fanatics in the lunchbox, and inevitably they ended up in the trash, so I lost some of the ones I had as a kid. So when I was able to pick a few of these up at a really reasonable price, I figured, what the heck, why not? Again, those are from 1987. I don't know if they were available for a purchase or through the Phillies. Made in Canada. Or if somewhere like McDonald's or something. I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember offhand where they were made available, but they're definitely cool. And then a few other pickups I have. This is a special endorsements, Carlos Ruiz. Special FX signatures. That's from Upper Deck. Cool Carlos Ruiz, one of the all-time great Phillies catchers. They've had a lot of good catchers. Bob Boone, Darren Dalton, of course. Mike Lieberthal, who kind of gets crapped on a little bit in Philadelphia, but he unfortunately was on the Phillies from 94 to 06, which was an extended playoff-less streak. In 93, the year before that, they won the National League pennant. 2007, the year after he left, they came from behind to win the NL East, but Lieberthal was really good all-around catcher. And then, of course, now they had Ruiz during the World Series years of the 08 to 2011, and then in recent years, JT Realmuto. Here's an orange wave refractor, serial numbered out of 25 of Trey Turner. Luke Williams. This is an image from like an all-time great Phillies moment. His first, I don't remember if it was his first hit or his first major league at bat, but he had it was in his first major league game, and he had a walk-off home run to win it, and his family was in the crowd. It was awesome. This is from Ben Baller, which is a nice looking product. I do like the border on it, and that serial numbered out of 25, but just kind of picked that one up for fun. Here's a cool Bowman Heritage Mini parallel rookie of Cole Hamels. Got a relic captured on canvas from Upper Deck Masterpieces. Bobby Abreu relic. Chase Utley relic from Fleer Ultra. And a Upper Deck game jersey of Raul Ibanez, which I think I saw Ed got an Ibanez, and then I didn't think I had a relic of him. I've kind of gotten into the relics again. Again, they're really cheap. They're affordable. And if it's a good looking card, I've started to pick them up again. And this is, this selection here is what I'm sure Ed will be jealous of. Picked these up after he left. Mostly for the bum PC, but I know Ed likes to enhance the bum PC as well. So I don't know if Ed has a Jake Arrieta relic. Quite frankly, I was shocked to see that they made a Jake Arrieta Phillies relic card. But this is from Topps Tier 1. Can you imagine paying like $250 for a box and ending up with a Jake Arrieta Phillies relic? I mean, cool. I think it's fun to add to the collection, but it's fun to add to the collection when it's marked $4 and you probably paid $2. If you broke the box, I feel like you'd be sick to your stomach, but pick that one up. I'm sure Ed's on eBay right now trying to net one of those. For the Travis Lee collection from Topps 206, honestly, may already have this, but you can never have enough Travis Lee relic cards. Thought this one was beautiful looking from Donruss Zenith. It's a Bat Relic Kenny Lofton Phillies card, and you got that Dufex effect, which is obviously amazing looking. So happy to pick that one up. Rod Barajas autograph, 2007 Upper Deck Highlights. So many great autographs you can get in that product. Some poor soul back in the day got a Rod Barajas. And then the final one is a Mike Lieberthal, Robert Person dual relic, numbered to 450, double game-worn gems. Thought that was a fun pickup as well. Robert Person actually pitched really well for the Phillies for a few years, and then had a legendary game where he pitched well and had a grand slam and a 3-run homer in the same game. So that is it for the pickups from the local card show. Had a lot of fun. It's always fun to go to a show. Not sure when the next show I'll be attending. I know there are some others coming up. They're not exactly super local. It's all a matter of time. But they're always fun, and I always look forward to them. Appreciate you guys watching. Comment below. Let me know what you think of the pickups overall, how you thought I did. Any favorites, let me know in the comments down below, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great one.